Leonore, it's the 22nd of August. Everything I hear points to a lot of blood and destruction. Maybe you don't want to talk about that side of it, but please tell us anything you can about what is going on in Libya.
Yes, I can tell you that yesterday, I know that yesterday all the Libyan people received an SMS saying that the government, Libyan government, is give up and no Libyan government. So the people were waiting for a big game by television, by newspapers, international media, but they could never imagine this. So they were a little bit confused, and something happened because of this. Anyway, I am happy to know that the people slowly understand it was also a part of the game. But also, I have some news from Tripoli too, that somebody from Tripoli, from Libya, say that there was a big game yesterday, a very big game, and that NATO was talking to the Libyan government and said they were going to burn the city while they were sending the missiles to the Tripoli and also bombing the city. They said, we are going to burn the city if we cannot put the rebels inside the city. Okay, so that's why Gaddafi talked by the radio or by the I don't know what, and said, I will not let the rebels burn Tripoli. So they said, okay, bring these people. And the NATO bring by helicopters to Tajura some rebels. And these rebels, that's why yesterday they were saying, how is it possible that the rebels arrive into Tripoli and nobody say anything, and they go inside the city, the government don't say anything, and no army. Okay, that is because they were waiting for them, and nobody at the beginning say anything to stop the bombing. But after they were inside, the people from Libya go out and try to stop them, and then they start to lie because they say they have been in Green Square, but that's not true. The photos they show about Green Square, they were not really from Green Square. They were from another place.
I know, but I'm afraid it's certainly true what you're saying, that they're lying and fabricating false images and stories. But something very grave is happening there.
Yes.
And
yes, of course.
You know, there are reports, every kind of report in the world, heavy artillery being taken from ships in the
Yes.
harbor, in
Yes.
Tripoli.
No, but listen, I have been listening that, well, somebody from High say...
Just 1 second, because I just got an email. It tells me I've got an email, and it said Obama has declared victory for Libya. I just want to look at the email. You'll wait 1 second?
Yes.
You're smiling.
Yes, because there is a so big game. They say the international court is asking for Saif al-Islam, and then international court never asked for anybody. They say they have catch the son of Gaddafi, and now they say no possible, not true. They say Gaddafi is run away, it's not true. They are so big liars. They are playing so big games. And this game they are playing now is exactly the same game they play in South America for Chavez. You know,
Libya was so unprepared for this. It has no missiles to shoot down the helicopters. You know, it was not organized in a military way. They were sweet people in the desert. You understand what I'm saying?
I have to tell you one thing. I have been listening that Libya is more ready than what it looks like. But they don't want to start a real directly fight in between them and the NATO. Why? Because they say we are one and they are 42 countries. And we are not flying any other airplane, and they are even if Libya has a very good army, could never be as good as 42 countries fighting with them. So they know, first of all, they don't want any more killing. They are trying from the beginning not to die people. They say the most important thing, people don't die. But they cannot stop it because NATO only want to kill, kill, kill from the first day. From the first day you can find talking from Libyan government, from Libyan every day, asking for negotiation, asking for talking. And they believe that if they start fighting seriously to the NATO, then there will be no back. You understand? And
well,
so much blood.
They can't defend themselves against NATO. NATO's got helicopters and jets, and the Libyans can't shoot them down, it seems.
Too many countries, too many airplanes from 42 countries is a lot. You understand? No way big bombs or, I mean, it doesn't matter how many they fall down. They have to, they believe they have to resolve it by another way. Right now, I was thinking that they were going to fight harder, but they find, I don't know what is working under the table, but, and I am sure that in the moment, the government will fight harder. And I know now the army is inside Tripoli. You know, at the beginning, the army was not inside Tripoli, and only the...
well, it was hidden. It was hidden. But the problem is the air superiority. You know, if the army goes out and fights the rebels, the NATO gunships, helicopters and planes will bomb them.
Yes, this is the problem. They say this is our problem because the rebels are not a problem, are just nothing for them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely nothing. Everything is the big NATO aggression. This is the problem they have.
Well, also, unfortunately, the Arabs. You know, the Arab League has recognized the rebels. Egypt has recognized the rebels.
Yes.
The Arabs themselves are a mess, politically.
I will tell you one thing. This was not like this a few years ago. They are moving the governments because of this. Tunisia had a government very close to Libyan government a few months ago. Egypt had a government very close to Libyan government a few months ago. And even Qatar had another government before. It was so close to Libyan government, and they changed it into this. I mean, the last few short time, they are changing governments, all of them opposite to before. And Libya believes that all the movement in Tunisia and all the movement in Egypt, it is because of this, to put Libya alone. You understand?
To isolate Libya.
Yes, yes.
Well,
yes.
This is the big issue. It was isolated. It turned to Africa and ignored the Arab world, perhaps.
But last year, it was not isolated. You understand? It was the opposite. So by changing the government, so we have to think about all the history, what is happening around. I mean, these people are moving so much, and they are so strong. And they are going inside by, I don't know which organizations, or by killing. They don't care anything. So what I see now, they have a big power because they are controlling and they have no rules. They don't care to kill anybody, right? They don't care to put the world upside down for them. And this is the problem.
And their bosses are in London and Paris and New York and Tel Aviv.
Yes. And today, even today, I was talking to Libya, and one Libyan man said to me, I have been talking to the rebels, and I said to him, come on, if we want one flag and you want another flag, okay, put the two flags and we talk, and we'll see slowly when the NATO goes. You see, they are still talking normal. They are not fighters. They are not thinking about killing. They are not. You understand? This is NATO only aggression.
You know, the Palestinians were not fighters either. They just got moved out of their villages. Then they got turned to become more violent.
Yes.
And this is the way the world is going now.
Yes, and then they say terrorists. What is terrorists? Terrorists is what they are doing.
And
right?
on an international level, you know, all the eyes and the focus is on Libya now. But that's when Israel does something. And there's a lot of tension now with Gaza and the Sinai. Actually, there's a possibility of a war there. And they choose moments like this when everyone is looking somewhere else.
Yes. Yes. Well, and they try that everybody looks at to somewhere else. And also, the people don't know the truth. Because if you talk to the normal people and you ask, because televisions and radios are not selling the truth, right? And this is, okay, the people cannot say anything if they don't know. They only know that there is a very, very horrible and devil man in Libya. This is all they know.
That's correct.
Right?
You are correct. We've had it over and over, though, with all different countries at different times.
Yes. And the people don't even think that there are Libyan people in Libya. And they listen that they are going to kill Gaddafi. Nobody even think what this means. You understand? This means kill a lot of people, kill a man, a person. What is it? A person who kills somebody have to go to prison. It's somebody dangerous, right? But we're losing this idea in the mind now.
Yes, Leonore. It's sweet of you. Thank you for bringing us up to date.
Nice.
I see you tomorrow. I hope.
Oh, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye.